Welcome to the Information and Education module, lesson number 3, Technology for Creating Digital Impressions. The definition of digital impression was first introduced in 1945 by the French dentist Frank Duret. In the modern interpretation, it is a three-dimensional digital photograph of an object. To get a digital impression, you need a camera or even a wall system that will allow you to reproduce a three-dimensional image of the three-dimensional object. For this purpose, CAD-CAM system are actively used in modern dentistry. CAD-CAM is an abbreviation that describes the technology of computer-aided design and automated manufacturing of dentures. All CAD-CAM systems consist of the main parts, modules for scanning, modeling, and manufacturing. The scanning module provides a reflection of the prosthetics files and antagonist cheese. Various types of scanners are used for this purpose. The result of scanning is the resulting digital model of digital impressions. A CAD model is a software of simply a program with a set of function for three-dimensional visualization of received information and performing modeling of the prosthetic is accordance with the features of the prosthetic bed and prosthetic file. A CAM model is a device for making a prosthetic. It can be represented as milling modules for processing standard industrial material blocks in the form of numerically controlled machines, computer numeric control, which are loaded with the virtual model of the prosthetics as well as quick access system, prototyping, selective laser sintering. According to the list modules, the main stages of creating dentures using digital technologies can be called teaching the virtual model. For this purpose, use scanners of digitizers and that use contacts and non-contacts method for measuring of surface profile, processing the received information and performing modeling of the denture of the monitor, creating a virtual model of the future prosthetics, automated prosthetic manufacturing. However, it should be noted that digital impressions as question system are not universal and have certain disadvantages such as how mandatory experience and skill in working with scanners. Dental 3D scanners are currently not complete alternative to traditional methods of obtaining an impression in terms of the range in indication. For example, is the case of prosthetics on implants is necessary to use special tools, transfers which must be complete with both the scanning system itself and the software in order to be able to reproduce the restoration on a computer. Some intraoral 3D scanners need to improve the registration function, intercursor relationship, electricity consumption, relative high cost. Contactless process scans are scans using electromagnetic waves. Depending on the wave type, remote scanners can be optical or optical with laser devices. The quality of scanning in the case depends on the ambient light, materials and shape of the object. You can use light waves to scan transparent, semi-transparent or shiny object in the optical scanner. Contact scan is characterized by high accuracy and relative low cost. Scanning is performed using electronic-mechanical probe. The disadvantage of chase device is the large amount of time required for mechanical movement on the scanning head. Remote scanning is represented by several methods: triangulation, photogrammetry, holography, confocal, microscopy, and active wavefront sampling. Traditional method: triangular method. Scanning is carried out by a laser beam that originates from the emitter, is reflected from the surface of the object and is projected onto the SSD matrix. Photogrammetry methods: structured illumination with light strips consists of projecting on the more strips into on the scanner object's width and record their position on the object using digital cameras. Knowing the distance between the project stripes, you can calculate the coordinates of points of the surface, which determines the band with its relief. It is a scanning method that is most widely used in dental CAD/CAM system, which is associated with high accuracy and speed of obtaining digital impressions. Method: conoscopic holograms. It's different from the triangulation methods in that the projected and reflected rays follow the same path. This allows you to scan impression and cavities with vertically inclined walls up to 89 degrees. Confocal microscopy method. A laser beam is projected onto the object. After beam split, the reflected beam passes through the focal fields so that only the image that lies at the focal points on the lens can be projected onto the sensor. Active wave sampling methods for the front line. The image reflected from the cheese passes through the lens system and eventually projected onto the sensor. In the image is in focus, then the distance of the object coincides with the focal length of the lens. Thank you for your attention.